Talk a little bit about that. Where are you going to be training and who's going to be coaching you going forward?
Yeah. So basically, I'm just going to be training kind of near home in Marietta. But yeah, I guess coaching situation is still trying to fully get that figured out, but I'll keep you guys updated in the future.
What's the major takeaway from your experience here?
Just it's hard. Like you come in here. Obviously, I came in with the fastest time, but nothing's given to you. You got to work up for every hard moment that comes. It's like, yeah, you might come in seeded number one, but it's anyone's race at the end of the day. So, I just learned that, yeah, I can compete with these guys, but I still have a lot of work to do.
What's it doing the rounds at the end of the long college season?
Yeah, it's hard. I haven't really done anything like this. Obviously, NCAA's is kind of similar, but I think 3 800s over 4 days is probably about the same as doing 2 4s and 2 4x4s in 3 days. But yeah, it's definitely pretty difficult when you've already raced like 30 times.
How is learning to race in a more physical race? That race itself that you were just saying was one of the more physical 800s we've seen. How has that transition been since high school?
Yeah, I think it's a lot different. In high school, everyone's kind of smaller and they're not necessarily as physical, not necessarily able to keep up with you as much. So when you're in a race with a bunch of guys who've gone 143, 144, and you're all pushing and shoving, a lot of them are a lot more physically developed than me. So it's like, it's just kind of hard, obviously, getting pushed around and shoved. But I think, it's kind of a learning process, just learning how to deal with that. And obviously, I'll get bigger and stronger as I continue to develop. So, it'll probably get a little bit easier as I go.
Have you learned that you prefer leading versus not leading, or in which situations have you made that decision to run one way versus the other?
Yeah, I think I do like leading more, but I'm trying to learn how to race in any different situation. And I know I can race in any situation, but obviously, there's a lot of learning that goes on behind it. I'm still very new to the 800. This is my first season actually devoting myself to the 800. So I think, once I get more years of experience under my belt, I think, my tactics will improve and I'll become more consistent.
Was it an easy go turning pro?
I think once my options were presented to me, I think it made the decision kind of easy, but at first, before I really knew exactly what my options truly were, I think that it was kind of a difficult decision. But like I said, once I was giving my deal and everything, seeing the numbers and everything and what it would be like going pro, I think, yeah, I realized that was probably the right decision for me.
Are you set in Georgia, or are you open to exploring other options?
Yeah, so I'll be in Georgia, not the University of Georgia, but I'll just be, living near my hometown, training near my hometown. And then I'll probably be more open to moving after the Olympic year. I think I just want to keep things as close to what I have now for this Olympic year, and then I'll be more open to changing.
Talk to me about who's your agent?
Mark Whitmore.
All right, thanks, Coach.